Hey friends, this is Marilyn from tarotclarity.com, and today I thought I would do a fun, brief video. Now, many of us go on vacation, and when we go on vacation, I think we're probably particular about the cards and divinatory goodies we bring along with us. Certainly we want to bring things that won't get destroyed, or if they get lost or stolen, we're not going to fret too much about it. So I try to keep things that I take on a vacation minimal, not that expensive, not hard to find. So I've put together a little goodie bag. Now, about 2 years ago, I did a divination box, or I made a divination kit, and I put it out there. And if I can find it, I'll link it down below. And it was real exciting and it was real good, but I've now modified it to the point where it can fit in a little sack. Now, I don't remember where this sack came from, but I always save things and I repurpose things. And, I'm one of these people who doesn't get rid of a good box. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to waste anything. And I know that I'll eventually find a good home for it. So I had this sack that I don't know what it came. I don't use it for any of my tarot decks, but I kept it. And then a couple of weeks ago, we came across this plastic box that packaged something that we bought. And I was like, give me that box. Don't throw it away, because I can use it. And sure enough, I can. Now, the reason that I ended up putting this in the sack was because, as try as I may, I tried rolling this up and trying to get it to fit in the sack, but I couldn't get it to fit in the sack. And then I just figured, just put the box in the sack, and it worked out great. Now, for me, a divination box, of course, I don't have my tarot decks in there, but I would absolutely take tarot decks, and I always take decks that I like but are inexpensive. So I'll probably take this petite tarot classic. I'm sure I'll take the Marseille. And I just recently did a video on a cheap tarot deck that I don't really give a hoot about, and I'll probably take that too. So I'll probably take 3 decks. In addition to the tarot decks, I like to take my divination dice, which some of you have seen me use these before. And I'll probably use the sack to mix them up. Now, the divination dice, and I'll put a link below to show how you can use divination dice. But I've done many videos on divination dice. In fact, I'm going to let you work for it and find them. But I just use this sack to lay them. I will bring my markers for the 4 elements because I like having them with me. And I like to scry. Now, the little scrying bowl that I would normally take on a vacation doesn't fit in this box. So I can't use it. Because I want it to fit in this box because I want to keep my footprint in my suitcase as small as possible. So the original, I'll show you, the original box I used for my divination kit is just too big. And it's bulky and I don't want to use it. So what I decided instead was, I think I might be able to get away with, this is the darkest stone I have, and it's a labradorite, and I think my husband brought this back from Germany for me. I think I might be able to get away with using this because it's a highly reflective surface, and it's not black, but it's dark, and I have my 2 little tea light candles that I can put on either side and still use it. I decided to bring my my charms for charm readings, and it's I think I showed my charm. I don't think I ever did a demonstration charm reading, but I think I definitely included it in my other video on the kit that I did before. And then I'm bringing some dice. Now, I'm just bringing a bunch of dice, but to do like readings using dice, I think you only need 3. And I'm bringing 3 dice. I'm bringing a bunch of dice that are inexpensive and cheap, and I don't care if I lose them. I have dice from my great-grandmother. I don't know if they're made of ivory or that early plastic that they came out with at the turn of the century. I mean, it looks like ivory, but I don't really know if they are ivory, because they don't have the age lines that ivory gets, you know what I mean? So it didn't age that way, so I kind of think they're the early plastic. But at any rate, I'm not bringing those because I'd be devastated if I lost those. So I'm just taking cheap dice I don't give a rat's fanny about. And this was a repurposed box too. So they all fit so perfectly and nicely in my little kit. and I know that I'll have everything I need on to those days or nights where I just feel like being by myself and consulting the powers that be. I don't know. I just thought I'd pass it along. You don't have to spend a lot of money on goodie bags, you know. I put this discreetly in my suitcase and nobody probably could tell what, you know, nobody would even suspect that it's a witchy kind of thing. And I think the secret in being able to make your own things is just having a vision to repurpose. You know, find something and you know it'll go, you know you could use it, you know. So you keep it in the back burner of your mind, or you just put it on the table. I have another thing here too. I think bubble gum came in this, and I have a bunch of them. And they fit little decks really nice, and they keep them, like, you know, if it's a 22 card deck, it keeps them protected real nice. And, you know, my boggle, the dice from an old boggle game, that's where I got my divination dice from. And then a box where a fountain pen came in this, and the 14 or the 16 dice fit in this perfectly, you know. But I'm not taking this on vacation because it doesn't fit in my box. But so you just repurpose things, you know, and you find the perfect thing that was meant for that other perfect thing, and it all works out so nicely. Anyway, don't spend money. Repurpose. Until next time, peace. Stay well.